Okay, welcome everybody to our town council meeting on May the 3rd, 2022. Everybody's had a chance to review the agenda. Can I get a motion on that, please? Moved by Councilor Puello, seconded by Councilor Nadeau. Be it resolved that the Council of Town of Neepawa approve the regular meeting agenda for May 3rd, 2022. All in favor? Carried. Everybody's had a chance to review the minutes. And if they're comfortable with that, can I get a motion to move forward with that? Moved by Councilor Costichuk. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Headley. Be it resolved, the Council of Town of Neepawa approve the minutes of the regular meeting and the financial plan public hearing held April 19, 2022, and the minutes of the special meeting held April 28, 2022, as circulated. All in favor? Carried. Okay, we are into council reports. Okay, so maybe I'll start off tonight. We had the opportunity today. There was 8 cabinet ministers that have been on a 3-day tour in rural Manitoba. They were coming down from Dauphin this morning, I understand, and they came to the town of Neepawa. We met with them at 1:30, and we had lunch with them. And I'll just maybe quickly name the list of who they were and their positions. Calvin Gertson, Minister of Justice and Attorney General; Jeff Wharton, Minister of Environment, Climate and Parks; Reg Hewler, Minister of Labor, Consumer Protection and Government Services; Wayne Washku, Minister of Education and Early Childhood Learning; John Reyes, Minister of Advanced Education, Skills and Immigration; Scott Johnson, Minister of Seniors and Long-Term Care; Andrew Smith, Minister of Sports, Culture and Heritage; and of course our own Eileen Clark, Minister of Municipal Relations. So yeah, it was just a very, it was just a conversation. We worked it out well in our lunch that we had the administration staff there. We were able to have 3 councillors there. I know everybody's busy with their jobs, so we had Deputy Mayor Headley there, we had Councillor Gerard there, we had Councillor Parrott there, so that was great. Everybody kind of sat at a table and we kind of had a chance to visit with all the ministers, and I don't think it was anything heavy. It was just a general conversation and kind of got an idea where they were at and what we're thinking for the future. So it was good. As it turns out, we were able to hold it in the Touchwood build, and after we were finished our part, they were going to sit with the Touchwood administration, and then they were going to go on tour. So I thought it was a great day. I had a chance to sit with Minister Gertson and Minister Eileen Clark, and yeah, I had a great conversation. You know, it was kind of nice just to sit and visit, and you know, it's almost, you know, it's the pandemic's kind of gone by for the moment. I mean, we were able just to have normal conversations, and it worked well. And yeah, I thought it was really great. I don't know if anybody else has any comments, but no, I really enjoyed it, and they're off the brand. So that's it for me, and then I think Murray, you were going to talk about the next part of that.
Yeah, and so opportunities like this for the town staff and the town council are overly important because we're able to make connections that mean an awful lot. One of the things that came out of this was Minister Eileen Clark. She's the Minister of Municipal Relations, and she passed on her incredible respect for our CAO, Colleen Sinchishin, and our town staff. So that was kudos, and it's really nice having that come right from the provincial cabinet. The presentation for Touchwood was done by Gwen McCaskill, who is a member of the Touchwood Park Board. And I'm allowed to read excerpts from her speech. I'm not allowed to pass on it in its entirety. So here goes. This is as if Gwen McCaskill, who should be a councillor running for the next election, but anyway, we're working on her. This is what she sort of said in condensed form. So she gave welcome to the ministers and their staff to our brand new day service building. My hope is that you will all recognize the importance of supporting our individuals with disabilities, and through questions and communication, help us address the challenges we are facing. I truly believe that our politicians can and do make a difference in our lives and our communities. We are encouraged by the support this government is showing and believe it is an important first step in supporting our individuals. There is a significant disparity between job expectations and the wages paid to direct support professionals. They find themselves trying to be teachers, nurses, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, counselors, and more so to the individuals that they are supporting at minimum wage. Consequently, there is a great deal of job turnover. Without qualified workers, we can't offer the programs that our individuals need and deserve to achieve their full potential. Currently, we have 7 individuals who are making the transition from the education system. Mrs. McCaskill is a retired kindergarten teacher and knows all 7 individuals. With a flip of the calendar page, they turn 21. Ongoing specialized training of their caregivers now cease. We want to be able to continue to provide these services to these people. Much trust is needed to have those children work in our environment. And this takes time and consistency of staff to develop this trust. The success of any organization is based on the people who are involved. We cannot maintain a strong and stable workforce when there is such disparity between our sector and others. And she does end respectfully, thanking all the ministers. There was 8 ministers there. And the one connection, Minister Scott Johnson, his dad and Gwen McCaskill's dad were both government MLAs together and knew each other very well. So there was a lot of connecting going on. Reg Helwer's wife was raised here in Neepawa. And at the end of it, I did ask for a quote from Deputy Premier Gertsen. And his quote is simply, as a response to Gwen McCaskill's speech that she made, his quote, "Challenging, informative, personally connected."
Okay, thank you, Councilor.
Okay, I'll do boil water.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, and special shout out to the Dauphin City Council and to Rodney Juba, who watch our council meetings faithfully. Okay, so as part of the town of Neepawa plans to double our treated water capacity, the new reservoir being construction at the water treatment plant is ready to be connected. The connection is scheduled to occur on Friday, May 20th. While the connection work is taking place, there will be periods where water will be unavailable and periods of low pressure, which will result in a boil water advisory. What does this mean? A boil water advisory is a precautionary measure to alert our water customers of the potential for compromised water quality. Water customers are recommended to boil water used for food and beverage consumption for at least 2 minutes until the advisory is lifted. The town of Neepawa is working in conjunction with the drinking water officer to ensure this connection follows all protocol. Samples of the water will be taken from a multitude of points on the distribution line, including the distribution lines with Neepawa Water servicing our neighboring RMs, rural municipalities, and hand-delivered to the lab in Winnipeg. Once these samples have been analyzed and passed, the boil water advisory can be lifted. It is anticipated that this will take 4 to 5 days. The town has consulted with Highlight, Prairie Mountain Health, Beautiful Plains School Division, and the RM of Rosedale and the municipality of North Cypress Langford to ensure everyone is prepared for this service disruption. In order to ensure that we have water available for firefighting and general purposes, it is important for water customers to have containers filled by May 19 for drinking and cooking, and reduce and limit the water consumption on Friday, May 20th. This means no car washing, laundry or cleaning, or excessive water use anywhere within the water distribution systems in the town of Neepawa, RM of Rosedale, and municipality of North Cypress Langford. The town realizes that this is an inconvenience. However, in order to minimize disruption and ensure the boil water advisory can be lifted as quickly as possible, it is essential that this work be completed on this date.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, Council Chair. Do we have any other council reports? Oh, go ahead, Council Chair.
I got 2 items this week. The Neepawa swimming pool project swimming lesson registration begins on Wednesday, May 11th at 9 o'clock in the morning. This would include session 3 from July 4th to 8th, session 8 from August 1st to 5th, and session 9 from August 8th to 12th, as well as weekday mornings from 7 to 9 in the morning all summer long. To register or for more information, please email neepawapool@gmail.com or check out more information at the Town of Neepawa Facebook webpage. As well, online registration continues for the Riverbend Campground. All reservations must be made online at campreservations.ca. The link is also available on the Town of Neepawa website. Very straightforward, very easy to look at. More information is also on the Town of Neepawa Facebook page.
Okay, thank you. And if there's no other reports?
Just quickly, in the absence of our manager of operations, so let you know that the summer staff all started this week and they're currently being trained. They performed their orientation yesterday morning, bright and early, so we do have some returners and some new ones and looking forward to a good group of individuals. We also, following the passing of our financial plan and the approval of first reading of our bylaw for the tax levy, we organized the grant letters that were associated with the grants that we're going to hand out, and those letters were sent out on Friday to the successful applicants. And I guess just lastly, I would like to note, I worked very closely with this individual over the period of time here, and I'm certainly going to miss him in this role. But Sergeant Morehouse will be actually completing his last day on May the 9th, his working day. He is actually technically employed into August a little bit, but he'll be using up his vacation and his accrued credits for that period of time. So just a little FYI out there, there's more to come for that individual with us, even though he's moved to Brandon. We have had discussions over the last few years as we knew he was going to retire, playing a role for us still in Neepawa, quite a likable character to have around town and working on some bylaw enforcement with us. So we're looking forward to, after he's done his vacationing, of coming back to work for us on a day or two a week kind of thing. We haven't nailed it all down yet, but he has been a successful part of our team insofar as enforcement of various issues already, and looking forward to getting him out of the gate in a little different role without a dark blue uniform on. So.
Okay, Colleen, any questions, any comments? Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's unfortunate that our manager of operations isn't here. There's a couple of issues. Number one, that was forwarded to him last week. Currently, the street lights are not functioning. Lily, Brown, south of that area. So at night, it is blackout.
Are they still out then, Daryl?
At 4 a.m. there is not a light
Okay,
on. The power is on, and all the
I
lights are
sent
not
that
functioning.
into Hydro already. We'll follow it tomorrow.
As of this morning, no, they're still not
Because
working.
so just so everybody knows in the public, normally the process process is, a street light's out, there's a tag on them at the base of each street light. You get the number and you fill it into an online form basically and report those and they get them done. Because we have several streets out, that would be a lot of lights to try and fill in on the same form. So we took the wholesale approach, reaching out to Hydro to take a look at all those lights. So clearly nothing's been done and we'll do that again.
And then also, it was brought up to me by a resident up in the northeast corner of town. They're concerned about the large amounts of railway ties that are still piled along those tracks, and they're concerned about potential of grass fires hit those and what could happen for our community there. I mean, I did identify that those are not the towns, and it wouldn't be the town's resources to remove it, but I just thought I would bring forward and make it a formal mention on council.
So I'll respond to that one as well. I've reached out to the rail company
Yes.
and still nothing. So
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
get that one back in the queue again too.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, correspondence. Colleen, Western Manitoba Regional Library.
Not much to say, other than these are the financial statements, and I guess I would lean on Councillor Nadeau if he had any comments on them, because I didn't read them admittedly for today.
You know, it's just, we get our financial statements audited each year just to make sure we're compliant with all the rules, and they look good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, moving on to finance. The accounts for April 2022, everybody's had a chance to review them, everybody's seen them and good with them. Can we move forward with a motion? Moved by Councilor Gerard, seconded by Deputy Mayor Headley. Be it resolved that we approve the accounts for April 2022 totaling $1,256,943.44 as reviewed and representing check 2022-005C2 and 2022-00686, but excluding 2022-00554 and 2022-00611. All in favor? Carried. Okay, Deputy Mayor Headley, Councilor Garrett, reviewing yourselves conflict. We are moving forward with payment of checks to the co-op and home hardware. Everybody's comfortable with that? Can I get a motion, please? Moved by Councilor Nadeau, seconded by Councilor Putnam. Be it resolved that we approve check 2022-00554 and 2022-00611 for April 2022 to Home Hardware and Neepawa Town Co-op totaling $764.65. All in favor? Carried. New business, District Disabled Association. Mike, are you doing that, or is that you calling us?
Well, just, Councillor Foster probably wants to talk on this as well, but just as has happened in previous years, several factors, most importantly being COVID, has affected the running of the handyman service, and of course, the ability to sustain the service with sufficient revenues is, always the case. So, they're requesting assistance of the participating municipalities to help cover the deficit. And the loss that was indicated to us was $23,512.57. And, we've had some discussions about one particular item there that was still being discussed by the board as part of that loss related to COVID expenditures. I guess I would ask that you engage in that discussion. Recommendation at this point from administration was that we pay the regular operating cost portion of our deficit, which would be 60% of the town of Neepawa, and discuss your interest or your ability to maybe help participate in the deficit recovery of the balance of those funds.
Okay, Councilor Chapter, anything to add?
No, pretty much
Okay.
all I'm saying is, right, we actually are having a meeting this Thursday with the review. It is doing the presentation to the handband board, so once that is complete, hopefully we can start to progress, I guess, as far as the new way of maybe running things and see if there's some new ideas and the way that we can get this back on track.
Okay,
Mhm.
sounds good, thank you. Councilor Gardner.
The review, though, does not talk about that one later. That's still something to be worked out amongst.
That's right. We have to work that out amongst the board itself, yes. Yes. And I did bring forth the idea that the town of Neepawa will cover their certain percentage for the operating loss, but we are dealing with sort of a COVID issue that we have to resolve as of yet. So hopefully that can be done and we'll have a resolution for that.
Okay. Sounds good, thank you. Otherwise, if everyone's comfortable with this resolution, we'll move forward. Moved by Councilor Costa, seconded by Councilor Gardner. Whereas at the close of 2021 year, the operations of the handyman services reflected a deficit of $23,512.57. And whereas the Neepawa and District Disabled Persons Association is requesting the assistance of the partnering municipalities of Neepawa, Clonell, Lansdowne, North Cypress, Langford, and Rosedale to assist in recovering the deficit. Therefore, be it resolved that the town of Neepawa agree to contribute $8,107.54 to assist with the deficit recovery. All in favor? Carried. Okay, Colleen, junior achievement.
So this has come to your table in the past. Junior Achievement Manitoba is looking for a contribution of $500, and this organization is one of the fastest growing in Manitoba, dedicated to educating young people about business and financial literacy. Some of the programs that they offer are actually done in classrooms associated with schools in Neepawa, and I did give these a package of their year-end report and a lot of the things they do. These programs are basically volunteer-based and run by very dedicated individuals, and looking for $500 contribution to continuing with those programs, targeting young people in Neepawa to be entrepreneurs, basically, I guess.
I can speak to it. As someone in high school, I was a part of junior achievement programs as a student. Gave you a good understanding of sowing those seeds and what an entrepreneur will have to do, although it's at a very grassroots level. And then I actually was an instructor for a junior achievement program. And when you see providing that, especially when you see that the business community is usually very involved in delivering that, someone who have actual first-hand knowledge on setting up and operating businesses, I think it's invaluable. Many students aren't provided, and an education system actually doesn't really set up for teaching entrepreneurship as a whole. So anything that I think our council can do to support that within our community, I think is huge.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Gardner. If everybody else is comfortable with this resolution, we'll move forward with it. Moved by Councilor Perry. Seconded by Councilor Pedlow. Be it resolved that we approve the funding to JA Manitoba to assist with program delivery in the town of Neepawa in the amount of $500. All in favor? Carried. Okay, Colleen, subdivision.
Okay, so this is not the first subdivision of a similar nature that's come to your plate. As we all know, in the CN property, we created 8 particular lots on the eastern side of the residential area to be duplexes, back-to-back duplexes, which would front on Crocus and of course on, I think it's Ray or Claire, I don't remember, sorry. Anyway, the file number is 4437-22-8382. It's a proposal to subdivide part of the Southwest 331415, and more particular being Lot 3 of Plan 65638. This particular application is a property, it's a Manitoba company, or Wilmer Lopez bought it to create the duplex there. It complies currently with the zoning bylaw, and when this particular subdivision is done, dividing the duplex exactly equal down the middle of the structure, even though the footage will be a little different, it'll create one individual residential unit of 4,070 square feet, and the other will be 4,157 square feet. So it does comply with zoning and development plan. Land Titles has asked that a two-lot plan of subdivision be prepared, which I believe that's in the works. The planning district has no concerns with doing this, and of course there'll be separate titles for each unit. The minimum site area in the zoning bylaw is 3,300 square feet, so they clearly meet that minimum. And of course, the joining wall would suggest that there be a site of 0 feet, which clearly is a joint one structure, so there will be no setback there. Hydro wants easements, and all of the other agencies reported with that they have no concerns or comments. So no land use planning issues have been identified, and if council is inclined to approve this application, it would be subject to any conditions that you so deem, which we have none, speaking with the planning board, just a simple subdivision.
Yes, Councilor.
Yeah, council referred to the map, you'll see that this is pretty well identical to the one we approved for curb construction last year. It's 4th lot from the south. There you can see that there's been, one of the lots has already been divided into 2 parcels, so this is an identical situation to the one that we had previously done.
Okay, thank you. No other questions or comments? I think we'll move forward with the resolution then. Moved by Deputy Mayor Henry, seconded by Councilor Gerard. Be it resolved that we approve subdivision application 4437-22-8382 of 11520130 Canada Corporation affecting Lot 3, Plan 65638 and Southwest 33-14-15 West to allow for the construction of a duplex housing unit divided in the middle to create 2 individual lots units measuring 4,070 and 4,157 square feet respectively. All in favor? Carried. Okay, we're on to the second and third reading of the levy for taxes. I think that's pretty straightforward, probably nothing.
Yeah, for all those people that can hardly wait to get in here and pay their taxes, this will give us the ability to request the printing of our tax statements and get those out there.
Okay, no questions, no comments. We'll move forward with the second reading. Moved by Councilor Bill, seconded by Councilor Constantine. Be it resolved that bylaw number 3214-22, being a bylaw of the town of Neepawa to levy taxes for the year 2022, to provide for a tax due date and to provide for late payment penalties, be now read for a second time. All in favor? Okay, we're going to read it for a third time, and that is a recorded vote. So again, moved by Councilor Gerard, Deputy Mayor Henry. Be it resolved that bylaw number 3214-22, being a bylaw of the town of Neepawa to levy taxes for the year 2022, to provide for a tax due date and to provide for late payment penalties, be now read for a third time and passed. All in favor? And that was unanimous. Carried. Okay. That's it. Anybody have anything they want to add before we adjourn? Councilor Bill.
No, I've got one thing. Our citizens on patrol here is giving to us some signs, some new signs. So really nice new signs to help keep Neepawa safe. Obviously deter crime is what the sign is all about. So thanks to Neepawa Citizens on Patrol. So there's a bunch of signs that are going to go to our operations. So I just thought I'd show that there.
That looks good. Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, we are moving forward with adjournment. Moved by Councilor Foster, seconded by Councilor Foster. Be it resolved, the Council of Town of Neepawa now adjourn the regular meeting at 7:30 p.m. All in favor?